Hey guys, so today we are going to be focusing on building some core strength, some glute strength, just part of the core from here to here. So glutes, hip flexors, abs, obliques, that's all part of our core, okay? Now, if you have back pain, now you want to be doing this every day if you have back pain, even if you don't have back pain, because you want to avoid getting back pain. So if you want to be able to, work in an office or sit and play games all day, then you have to make sure that you are strengthening these areas and stretching certain areas. This is going to be your most important thing to take care of throughout your whole life, especially if you're just starting out. This is where you want to focus on before doing anything else, before getting into the weights, before really doing anything. We want to build our core strength more than anything. Now we can do the other exercises, but we want to focus on here and here first, especially the glutes, because this and your lower back is what should be taking care of the lifting. But most of us don't know how to lift properly, so we focus, and because of the lack of the glute strength, the lack of the core strength, we use a lot of our lower backs to pick stuff up, right? We sag here in the belly, we don't really flex our belly, and then everything, because we have like tight hamstrings, no glute strength, we just lift with all lower back, and you can even throw your back out just getting down to tie up your shoes. So we don't want that. So we want to practice flexing our core when we pick stuff up, our abs when we pick stuff up. We're going to build our glute strength so that takes over instead of our back. So what I want you to do is just practice breathing into the belly. So this is good for stress, this is good for basically everything. So we want to really practice, I'll show you, but we want to practice in breathing into the belly and flexing into the belly and flex. When I first started learning about bracing and withdrawing in here, so when you don't have a lot of core strength, you can start by breathing in and flexing the belly. Just suck in, it'll make sure that your spine is nice and straight. So if you go to pick something up, breathe in, down, flex, and lift up. Now that's all abs, and we're going to build some glute strength. So this is here, breathe in, flex, down, pick it up. And you can feel the difference if you just let your belly sag, even if you're just getting down to tie your shoes with no ab engagement. You bend down and tie your shoes, and you can even feel that a little bit just standing up with no weight. So we really don't want to be touching weight if we don't have this ability. So you're going to flex, breathe in, flex, and it's a skill, it's a practice. Flex. Now I practiced this all day, every day when I was working in a gym, when I first started incorporating this, and it made a world of difference. So I was lifting heavy weights all the time, and I couldn't avoid pain. I was either back pain, hip pain in my SI joint. So I took myself right back to the basics: body weight, foam rolling, which this is one of the most important pieces of equipment you can get, a foam roller. Go and get yourself one of these. They will be your best friend. It's like having your own personal masseuse. You know, one-time cost, and use this. I will have a video on foam rolling, show you everything you need to know there. It's also called SMR, self myofascial release. You're just taking care of your own muscles. If you do this every single day, you will feel a difference. Even if you spend 30 minutes one day, you'll feel a difference on if you have really tight, knotty areas. So we're gonna use this, not in this video, but today we're gonna focus on building some glute strength. So let's start with the glutes. Now I'm going to show you what to do here. Very easy workout. All this stuff is going to be easy, but effective. So you're here. You're going to put your feet a little wider than hips. Bring your heels in. So just have your hands down here. Bring your heels in close to your hands. And you're just going to lift up by squeezing the glutes, and you're going to keep your core nice and contracted when you lift up. So here, contract, squeeze, hold it 2 to 3 seconds. Then you're going to go down, up, squeeze, 2 to 3 seconds, flex your belly, flex. So you don't want to extend here like this. You just want to flex and squeeze your abs. 2 to 3 seconds, up and down. Squeeze your glutes as hard as you can. Try to feel that contraction. You might not have much to squeeze yet, but you can build it fairly quickly if you do these every day. And you're going to do 15 to 20 reps for 2 to 3 sets. You can start with 2 sets, work your way up to 3 sets. So we'll do 15 of these. That's what you're going to do every day. This is 100% necessary to avoid that back pain. Breathe in. Breathe in. Into the belly. Up. Squeeze. Breathe out. And down. And repeat that 15 to 20 times, 2 to 3 sets. That'll get you started with building your glutes. Okay, so now we are focusing on the core strength, and we're going to do some dead bugs. So you'll see why they're called dead bugs. Now what it is, it's working your core. Now before, this is training yourself to use your abs. We need to build that ab strength. So I'll show you the easiest variation. Now I'll show you what you can do here if you don't have a lot of core strength. So you want your legs about 90 degrees, and you're going to flex your feet. Now you can just do one leg at a time if that's all you can do. So what you want to do here is you want to maintain a flat back. You shouldn't be able to stick your hand underneath your back. So you're going to crunch and flex and keep that flat back, maintaining this crunch in your belly. Now whether you're just going 1, 2, you can even put this leg down here and do one at a time if that is too hard. So this is the easiest version right here, one leg at a time. Then you can go here, flat back, one leg at a time. Then you will do this, alternating. It's a little bit harder. Then, to make it even harder, you'll extend your leg. So the further your foot is out, the harder it will be. So here, same thing, you can just go one leg at a time until you can do two. And then here, flutter kicks, which you'll see a lot of people doing these. A lot of people doing these just here like this with your back arched and just flailing your legs. We don't want to do that. That's all hip flexors, no core. So this is a core exercise. So you're using some of your hip flexors and you're trying to keep that stomach solid the whole time. You'll see it'll be a lot. You won't be able to do nearly as much if you keep your core tight. Now this is a really good exercise to do every day, and you can also do it as a warm-up before doing any weighted exercise. Just to same with the hip thrust, the glute bridge. So this one here, those two together, activating the glutes and the core. So with the dead bugs, there's also, this is why they're called dead bugs right here, you'll see. So one leg down, back, and alternate. So it looks like a dying bug trying to flip over, and you can add weight while crunching and do this as well, which that'll be the more advanced videos. So keep an eye out for those once you get stronger. So dead bugs, glute bridges or hip thrusts, which there's weighted versions of that too. So right now this is all beginner. So now we're going to do some bird dogs. This is going to be good for shoulders, core, glutes, just activation. So you're going to get over into a tabletop position. This is tabletop. Hands under, in line with your shoulders, knees, hips, knees, hip widths, hands, arms, shoulder width. Then you're going to engage your core and lift one arm up, one leg back, keep your hips square, and flex your glutes and lift your arm up as high as you can, maintaining that core strength. Flex just like you were with the dead bugs. Maintain that core solid, not lifting up through the back here, letting your belly sag. You want to keep that belly strong. Lifting your arm up, leg back, engaging your glutes, up, breathe, flex the belly, hips square, and breathe the whole time. Keep doing that, practice those, very good to do. That will help with your keeping everything strong so we don't get that back pain, right? So we want to do these every day. The plank is the ultimate core builder. This is what we want to do every day. This is going to be what keeps you strong with your This is your main thing that you're going to think of when you're lifting, when you're doing anything. Push-ups, even when you're doing, if you're doing pull-ups, all this stuff, you're engaging your core just like you would in a plank. Trying to maintain this posture of keeping your hips in and your belly flexed and your glutes squeezed. Squeeze the glutes, flex the belly, push the hips in. So I'll show you. Best way to do this is get your elbows shoulder width underneath your shoulders. Now you can have your hands on the ground here, pushing into the ground, or up like this. It makes it a little bit harder. And you'll keep your shoulders back and down here. Then you're going to squeeze your glutes and you're going to lift, flex. Flex your belly to lift up. Keep your glutes squeezed. And breathe. The shaking is a good thing. That means you're doing it right. And if that is too hard, you will start. We want to aim for about 60 seconds. So you want to start, if you can't do it from your feet, for at least 30 seconds. Go on your knees. So exact same thing. Squeeze your glutes and engage your core, your belly. Boom. Just like that. Crunch, 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 crunch. Engage in that core. Now the stronger you get, the more you'll be able to squeeze it. And there's all kinds of advancements from the plank. That's where we can just keep going and going and going. All different kinds of push-ups. Everything stems from, a lot of workouts stem from the plank. Thank you guys for joining me on that video. That was the learning how to use your core and your glutes. Now you can follow along, check the next video. I have a circuit doing that workout, 3 rounds. Follow me along with that with some music, and also check out the foam rolling video that I will have. Keep an eye out for that. You can subscribe and click the notification bell button if you want to be notified for when that video comes out. And then I'll also have a stretch video to go along with this one as well, to make sure the muscles all lengthened and keep the muscles healthy, so we can continue to work out forever, for as long as we live, keeping the body healthy. And yeah, thank you very much. Love you all. See you next time.